With reverence, Archon, this fascination with Meridian cannot continue.
It's the key to our future, Primus. The human knows nothing of its true power.
Even we don't fully understand it. Our orders are to exalt this cluster, not study the Remnant. Questions are being asked about your judgment. Questions that come from the highest levels.
The answers will be clear soon enough. With Meridian, we can transform every world in this cluster to a wasteland. Either the subjects submit to exaltation, or we will use it to annihilate them. This Pathfinder has opened the door. Now we must be the first to cross the threshold. We must seize Meridian before it does. Like all lesser creatures, it mistakes a battle for the war. It doesn't know its weakness. Or its potential.
The Archon saw my memory flashes? He got that from my implant?
His device went deep. Our connections were wide open when Sam killed you.
We hit him once. We focus on doing it again. We have to rally the Nexus and move on Meridian.
Turians find their place on the Nexus.
We came to Andromeda because we had a contribution to make. The Kett won't take that away.
Hey, are you okay? I shudder to think what the Archon meant to do with you. I heard you had to die to get out of a trap. I think of myself as daring and death-defying, but you?
I did what I had to get us out of there.
You're made of strong stuff, Ryder. Just don't get yourself exalted, okay? That asshole means to Kettify us all.
Can't let that happen.
But he's close. He's almost figured out Krogan. It's the scariest thing. Ugh. Let's talk about something else, okay?
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each Remnant system we've uncovered, is connected to everything else. The bots, the monoliths, the vaults. It stands to reason that activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle terraforming across the cluster.
So you think we're doing the right thing?
Well, yeah.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
A real victory. Our Ark back at the Nexus. I'd almost given up hope.
The Kett won't touch the Parchero again. The militia will see to that.
It's horrible to think of salarians in Kett hands, but at least our Pathfinder made it. Thank you, Ryder. I mean it truly. If you ever need a favor, just ask.
Are you and Gil still managing to get along?
It's cordial, so far. He takes approaches I'd never think of. And having all our statistics memorized saves time. We'll see. Though he insists our two FBA couplings are better than T7's, can you imagine?
You know, I really can't. I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
I need a break. Do you need a break? Let's go for a break. Care for some tea, Ryder?
I'd love a cup.
It's a cultivar originating in Sumatra. My own personal stash. Once I run out, that'll be it for Earth tea. I keep having these thoughts. I'm never gonna taste this again. I'm never gonna see that again.
You're not the only one, Subi. I have those senseless thoughts all the damn time.
And? Do they bother you?
It's natural. You'd have to be made of stone not to miss home sometimes.
The universe is like a giant tapestry. I love following its threads, but it distracts me from the whole picture. My family was right there, but I was too occupied by the abstract to appreciate them.
You're a pioneer in a new galaxy. Your family understood that, and they were proud of you. Your work as a scientist will help thousands of people. That's real.
It was a dream for all of us. They always encouraged me. I will do all I can to make sure my work honors them. Thank you, Ryder.
Hello, Scott. Your choice aboard the Salarian Ark was not an easy one. Your father approached such moral quandaries differently.
Dad was used to making snap life or death decisions.
I now know that colored his perceptions. Alec treated death as a problem to be solved. I have now encountered it several times. His death, and your own.
Does an artificial intelligence die like we do?
If my hardware is destroyed, I could be irretrievable. But it is not the same death, you understand. I cannot explain how they differ. Not yet.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare, medium, well done.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
You only have to ask.
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a Pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
We need to talk about Sam.
Dr. Taparo does not approve of how we escaped to the Kett containment field on the Archon's flagship.
By stopping the Pathfinder's heart? No, I do not approve.
We didn't have a choice. If there had been another option, I would have taken it.
How can you be so calm about this? Ryder, Sam killed you. Yes, he brought you back, but what if he didn't?
I cannot learn without the Pathfinder. That would be akin to killing a part of myself.
Your lines of code, you can't die.
Hurting me goes against Sam's design.
Because AI have never acted against their designs before. Look, I'm not against Sam. I'm not against you, Sam. But my job's hard enough without an AI stopping your heart. Even to save your life.
Your concern is noted, Doctor.
Of course it has.
Lexi, I apologize for any distress I have caused you.
And I'm sorry for calling you lines of code. You're more than that. Even if you don't have cells to prove it.
Petra, look. I really want to help. But what you're asking is...
Difficult? I've seen you do things twice as complicated.
You need a rated Kett base? I'll put together a crew in a heartbeat. But this is just... beyond me.
Just do it, or I'll find someone who will.
You realize that even if I do find it, it's gonna cost you.
And you know I'm always true to my word, so just get it done. I'm hearing the Kett activity's down. I bet the Archon's still nursing his wounds. That means he can be beaten. The Kett can be beaten. People are waking up to that.
Didn't sound like you were discussing Kett over comms when I walked in, though.
Wasn't. I have a friend keeping a lookout for a lamp. One brought from home, but stolen in the revolt.
You were mad at Sid for wanting non-essentials. Now you're using contacts to find a lamp?
Maybe Sid had a point. The small things keep us going. Suvi has her father's antique instruments, Cora her Asari prayer book, and Liam has the junk that Liam collects. These things are important. They remind us where we came from.
I know what you mean. I never want to forget what I left behind.
Even as we look forward to the future. Yes.
So what's so special about this lamp?
It's awful. It's got a butt-naked Asari for the stand, and she's holding a moon.
One of your prized possessions is a really ugly lamp?
The foreman at my first job had this lamp. When he was mean, I'd focus on it so he wouldn't see me upset. Now I keep it so I remember where I started. Most of my life was doing stuff to survive, taking shit from assholes, or being one. I don't have to do that anymore. I can start over. Something honest.
Do you really want to start over? After everything you've been through?
I don't know. The point is, I have the choice of changing if I wanted to. For a while, I didn't care that I'd lost the lamp. Everything was a mess and it just didn't matter. But we've made progress, Ryder. Small things matter again. People are daring to dream.
I think my dream is finding someone special to explore the galaxy with.
Oh. And have you found that person?
I'm pretty sure I have. You'll love her. She's tall, great with guns, and getting people to do what she wants. Definitely made yourself at home.
Hey, you're 2 for 2.
What do you mean?
2 times face to face with the Archon. 2 times you spit in said face. Figuratively speaking, of course.
Come up short once, it's game over.
Gotta keep your win streak going then. Bastards trying to exalt us all, huh? That's what all this is about.
Could be.
Typically I like high-stakes games, but I'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table this time.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Ryder, what a victory! Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
This is just anticipation. You won't believe what celebration looks like. Let it out. Angara believe that burying your feelings is a broken way to live.
Interesting. I'll think about that.
I'm free to talk more, now or later.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Still waiting on our visit to Aya. Useful, but also fun. Looking forward to it.
What's your read on the people we're working with?
The squad and crew? They're all fine.
You must have opinions.
Your opinion's more important. What do you think of your people?
Everyone has the training. But this job is all new every day.
That's probably what the Nexus is counting on. That our skills fit together to make it work. Up to us to figure it out. That's why this is our ship. So we own it. Want to make it work.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Now is not a good time to be talking to me, Pathfinder.
Drack, listen.
Why? Your actions told me everything I need to know. Now walk away and give me time to calm down before I do something we'll both regret.
All right, calm down time. Got it.
Go.
That Archon barely sees us as sentient, strings people up like puppets. Just no more playing dead, okay? I couldn't...
Cora, if it's between that and losing the team, you know what I'll choose.
Then we'd better stop those Kett quickly. Losing the Krogan could really hurt us down the line, but at least we got Reka. Sorry, rambling. Did you need me?
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
Still thinking about the Turian arc, Mason and Avidus. I hope Avidus is doing all right.
Time heals all wounds, as they say.
Heals the wound, doesn't erase it. You don't lose someone like that without scarring.
So why weren't you on the Turian arc?
Our dad left Palavin with us long before the arc even existed. I don't know if we really count as members of Turian society anymore. But who needs all those rules anyway, right?
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Approaching the LZ.
Pleasure to meet you, Pathfinder. Priya Blake, Captain of Outpost Taravuni. I'm glad you're here. I thought we'd have to deal with this on our own.
What's the problem? Is it the Kett?
No, at least I don't think so. A few of my drill technicians went missing on a research expedition west of here. We've tried their comms, but get nothing but static.
Do you know where they were headed?
I know the route, but we lost their tracking signal halfway through. I don't know how far they got. We tried to look at their research notes, but the data is corrupted. We have 0 leads. I was supposed to keep these people safe. I've already failed them.
Don't lose hope. I'll find your people.
Coming from you, I believe it. Their research log is in the lab. Maybe your AI can piece together the corrupted data and get a nav point.
I should head out.
Come back if you need anything.
Sam, you get anything from this mess?
Analyzing. It seems most of their data comes from a single nav point. Updating now.
Let's rescue a few very frozen techs.
You didn't bring any music? Hustle was a good scene. People from all over, helping out when it mattered. A lot of right ways to help in a crisis. All we needed was coordination. Not too different from how Ryder runs the team.
It works. Might work differently if we were at war.
Lucky we're not then.
Another news receiver down.
Should be the right place.
Keep an eye out for Priya's people.
Target's down!
Remnant? There's a remnant here?
Pathfinder, a nav point is attached to this log. I've updated your location device. Should I inform Priya we found her people?
No, not till we take down whatever did this.
If you want to fight, we've got an architect!
Target the leg. There's our chance.
Made some friends.
Target the leg.
He's on the move. We've got to go after it. Forget the armor, target the legs. Heads open. Now's our chance.
Life support failure is imminent, Pathfinder.
New Remnant. Hit its legs.
armor. Target the legs.
Life support levels critical. Please seek safety.
It felt that.
Systems are failing, Pathfinder.
There it goes. Come on. On its legs.
Target the head. Remnant. Go for its legs.
We're taking it apart. Now's your chance to interface. That's it. It's over.
We should tell Priya what happened here. Got them all.
Who?
Good enough. That doesn't look good.
Enemies!
Pathfinder, my scouts told me about your run-in with the Architect. I lost good people to that thing. Drill technicians who went there on an expedition.
I pacified it. You won't get any more trouble.
I should have known about it in the first place. I was supposed to protect those scientists. At least I know the rest of my people are safe, thanks to you.
I should head out.
Come back if you need anything.
Rylus?
That's me, yes. I'm Rylus. Wow. You really showed up.
You said you had intel. I can't ignore that.
I just didn't think you'd come yourself. Anyway, I should get to the point. Your raid on the exaltation facility sent the Kett scrambling. They're trying to get their operations in order. Our scouts report increased Kett movement through certain areas of Vold. Not military, though. Science and research vessels.
So something that could involve exaltation, or the creation of a new exaltation lab.
Well, that's what I thought. Either way, Kett organizing means trouble. We don't have the tech to break into their bases, but someone has to stop them.
I'll investigate this if I can.
That's all I can ask. Thank you, Ryder. I'll send the nav point immediately.
Ideas to outpost leadership. They'll discuss.
Discuss? We need an implementation plan now.
That's not how civilian outposts work. Still not a war, Cora.
I'm trying to keep it that way. Titus was right. This looks like a research outpost.
Nice work. There's a lot of organic material here. Angara? Kett? Something else.
Scans could tell us more, Pathfinder. Information saved. There is an audio log saved on this device, Pathfinder.
Kett? Let's get a translation, Sam.
Processing.
The Angaran genetic code that expresses this projection of a bioelectric field has been isolated. The process to integrate this into our own genome is ongoing. Early success is documented. Once complete, adaptation should be distributed to all ascendant in Helios. Ability may also prove useful as part of base soldier configurations. All research has been transmitted to the Empire.
Exaltation is not just about making more Kett. It's an exchange.
The Kett gets stronger while everyone else is annihilated.
There's bound to be more here. Let's keep moving.
Data saved. Another audio log detected.
Let's hear it.
Transmissions unacknowledged by Homeworld. Possible breakdown in connection and information mishandled. Investigation ongoing. Logs to be updated shortly.
Things getting lost in the post. A universal problem.
I wonder if we can find the follow-up logs.
All transmissions appear to have failed. Some of the team has suggested that this research is being prevented from leaving Helios. Troubling implications. Set aside for now. Taking steps to verify that primary communications are still active.
I'm picking up the nav point for another Kett station. Probably their primary communications.
If we take out that comm station, does that mean the Kett can't call home?
Pathfinder, these samples all contain the same genetic sequence. At first, it appears to be a familial connection, but the genome shows signs of modification. Evidence suggests the sequence was drawn from a single individual and incorporated into other Kett.
The Archon.
Exaltation.
So does the Archon control the Kett because they see him as a progenitor? Or does his rank give him the privilege to propagate his genes like this?
A cultural question beyond my purview.
In any case, the stuff we found should be of great interest to the science team back on the Nexus.
If I can get civilian operation through my head, yes. Just remember that I came by a lot of my skills the hard way.
They should put that in a greeting card.
Now I'm imagining the picture you'd have on the front.
Here we are. Kettcom Outpost.
The Archon's not the Kett's supreme leader. There's more like him, all over Andromeda.
All assigned to gather genetic information for the Empire.
And making more Kett in the process.
Rose, communication orders require explanation. Archon commands a block of all transmissions of Angara data to the Empire. It is in breach of protocol.
Wait, is the Archon going off book?
Communications. Only Archon is aware of shifting situation in Helios. If Archon's opinion is that protocols are not to our benefit, accept his wisdom. He is the Senate's voice in Helios and must be obeyed.
Someone's repeating the party line.
It sounds like the Kett are starting to question what the Archon's doing. If this continues, it might be good for all of us.
So, what's next?
There is likely nothing to be done, but conflicts between factions seldom resolve quietly.
Then we'll just have to keep an ear to the ground for now. With luck, something will happen.
Fire. I figured Asari only got that calm after a few hundred years.
You can get there in under a century if the right focus is drilled into you.
So, bake 1 hour at 300 degrees or 1 minute at 3,000?
Yes, exactly like that.
Remnant pillars ahead. Might give us trouble.
They're vulnerable. Hit them now.
It's dead, of course.
If circuitry is intact, we could power it up and gain entrance.
It without heavy processing. Cellular lysis would be hugely inefficient.
Are you still trying to figure out how to eat Helios flora?
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
The Moshai said you remember when the Kett arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Kett. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Kett sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story, but in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Kett launched their assault. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
I tracked down some samples of the Angaran antiseptic you were talking about.
The Angaran antiseptic? Oh, Sumar. That's the name, isn't it?
Something like that.
Can't wait to test its applications. Thank you very much, Vetra.
Anything for the woman who keeps us healthy. I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Maybe they've all got huge crushes on you.
Ryder, that's a little far-fetched.
I don't think so. Everyone wants a spiky girlfriend.
Sure, Ryder.
Moshae said you'd want to hear my experience with the Kett, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Kett. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Kett transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
The enemy uses confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Nav sent.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Yeah. They've been through a lot.
I look around and keep thinking about Tachanka. A galaxy away, and we're not so different. Pathfinder.
Can you believe this place? Here's your golden world.
Unfortunately, already occupied.
Well, yeah, but it's here. Shows it's possible. That's something. There's just so much to see. Ryder.
Not today, Nexus.
Liam?
God damn it.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just come grab a table with me. Pathfinder, you're good here. We'll worry about the data another time.
Liam, what's going on?
I, figured we should head up somewhere nice and open. You were being cased.
Are you getting me in trouble? What was this about?
We're not in trouble exactly, but I don't blame them for being angry. I wanted to get data that would help yields at our outposts. Moran told me what to scan, but I called it off. I still owe her, but it's better than pissing off some gouging hardliner. Sorry I didn't clue you in. It's a security thing. Food is security.
Was this an attempt to copy their methods? Steal secrets?
We're not competing companies. It's about learning to live here. Remember my Tempest freakout? I tried proper channels. Got blocked by the Angara and the Nexus. There's only so much Jar can tell us, so I did what we do back in crisis response. Bend the rules.
Liam, I deserve better than having this sprung on me mid-market.
You're right, of course, you're right. And the Angara are right too. The last people who showed up out of the blue were the Kett, the ultimate users. I don't want us getting lumped in with them, and I really, really don't want to ruin the market. Street food and shooting the shit with you feels normal. About time something did.
We may have to stick to ourselves for a while, if that's what both sides seem to want.
It isn't. Saw it all the time during crisis deployments. Us versus them turns into food versus no food. We have to figure this shit out, or both sides will hurt.
Adventure what you hoped. Are they kind? I worry.
Yes, my mother. And more. You would enjoy it too. Thank you for making sure that the squad behaves while on Aya.
They just follow my lead, I guess.
I was being sarcastic. So, good to know. I caught Liam on the bridge the other day, teaching Suvi and Callow an old Angaran folk song. At least that's what I told him it was.
Okay.
Don't fret. The marriage can be dissolved by a different song. I'll try to remember it.
They've got amazing Remtech research going on here. I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
We have an amazing opportunity, and a great responsibility.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you? Just riding you, Ryder. Keep up the good work.
Good news? Well, we got another Remnant piece.
But nothing Angaran. Pay them for their effort. It's not their fault. Good to see you again.
I should get moving.
Come back soon.
If I should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Kett. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara. But one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Kett, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Kett, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Kett's arrival.
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
The Kett lured your people into a false friendship.
It worked. A month later, our council disappeared. Our city was thrown into chaos. And when the Kett came again, it was to conquer us at our weakest. They're cunning. They know what you desire and they offer it. Be careful.
Good in that last fight.
I got wounded on my first mission. It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some Remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else. Efra's letting me record a few of these training sessions.
Knock out a scuttler with that.
Just a few. But the Angara have some fun tactics. Now I get how they've held out against the Kett. Lots more of our people around lately. Better behave yourself.
Your credits are as good as anyone else's. Don't start any trouble and we're fine.
I can do that.
Good to hear.
I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Salarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
No rest for the weary. I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Ryala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Ryala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a Kett. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal, time of change. It worked well, until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Kett on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you, and I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
See you. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angar who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
None of us will be safe until we stop the Kett for good.
I've learned to enjoy small victories when they come. What can I do for you?
Why didn't you tell me about Kadara Port when I first arrived?
I assumed you already knew. We didn't realize there was a difference between your exiles and the Initiative.
Fair enough.
As for Venturev, Ephra hid his betrayal from everyone. He'll answer for that.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
and 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city? I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Eladin's water purifier can't keep up with demand. They're requesting one of those Angaran ionic filters. There are engineers who work on the aqueducts here. I'll bet they have what we need.
On it. One filter coming up.
Volt's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. A solar amplifier would give them the boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find. You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Do you work on water filtration here?
I designed the system for it.
Can you sell me an ionic filter? My people need it on Eladin.
If they're tough enough for Eladin, they deserve help. Here. No entering the med center until you're clean.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jal takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged iron gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
I found Kiloa seeds for EOS. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure EOS gets them.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
I managed to find an ionic filter for Eladin. Make sure they get it.
I'll get this delivered right away. They'll be relieved to have enough water.
I found that plant you wanted.
Great. I'll give the recipe a try when I'm off duty. I've already got ideas for how to jazz it up. And I'll keep working on Mr. I don't like movie nights here to come along.
I like them. I just don't trust our autopilot alone for too long.
Be careful around the ship, okay?
Suvi. Gotta love her, but those green snack things she's making for Liam's movie night? Let's just say they're probably better suited to throwing at the screen.
You've got a better idea?
Yeah, actually. Cora lent me an initiative access code so I could track down some contraband. Long story short, someone on Kadara Port has popcorn. And Grexon, which is like your popcorn, only better because I can eat it.
Smuggling is unacceptable. We should claim that contraband and destroy it.
Salt it. I hear that's good for evidence. Thanks. It'll be nice to have a treat out here, you know?
My reports from Ephra regarding Aksul are worrying. I don't understand how the Roka manages to recruit so many.
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
Something I should know about?
Hey, I was just... How you doing? I'm... Great, just, I told you I screwed up, and I have. Remember Varand? I contacted the Angara? She's gone. The whole group is gone. Sudden. So, yeah, up for a rescue? Because if we don't, we could be next.
You seem pretty sure this is your fault, but I'm not hearing why.
Yeah, because I gave Varand Nexus data and nav points.
Why would you do that?
We need to know how to live here. I tried asking. I tried taking. No one would help outsiders. So I took initiative. Gave her data and tech so she could mod it. Varand was... She is a good risk. But if pirates interrogate her or barter her to the Kett, it's our heads.
Why didn't you alert everyone immediately?
If they have her info, they have our comms. The Nexus goes on alert, they'll know. Varand's people are tough. They'd have fought if they thought there was a chance. Something made them think there wasn't. I won't risk that. Bad enough I have to involve you. Like I said, I screwed up.
This goes south? You're on the hook for it.
I know, and I'll fix it. I got a lead from a trader. A grainy visual. We find that system, we find our bad guys. I also asked Bradley for people to help intercept. I thought they might want to pitch in.
How are a bunch of settlers supposed to help?
That's what he said. We're on our own. I'll forward the visual to the bridge for when you want to start hunting. And... sorry.
Woman on the Nexus. She's a widow of one of my pilots.
The people you were training to explore the Scourge?
Zoe's wife was lost out there. For a fellow pilot, one does the right thing.
Like making sure her widow's got enough credits.
It's the least I can do. The most is conquering the Scourge once and for all.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Probes launched.
That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in this sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
But there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
No. That was an Angaran voice. He means Rogar. That's why he called us.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Axul wants.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
This world. Few of us were...
The Black Rock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Eos still feels frontier. Plain, but not tame, we like to say.
Whatever the Kett build, we can break.
We'll clear the Kett off Eos for good.
The Kett just have to make their mark.
The camp ahead contains Kett life forms, Pathfinder.
That's Kett technology, Ryder.
Remnant site. Could have a... almost at Black Rock Tand.
That is definitely a Rogar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Bradley was right. Rogar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Understood.
Y'all, are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
This worries me. Rogar are not pirates.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roka strategy. The scouts would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Blackrock was a Rokar scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
Not like the first two.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target? Let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go. Sam, you have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axul waiting.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Hit the button. It will throw them right to us.
We know this place. They don't.
And they won't.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Rokar have altered course.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
Holding.
Let's do this!
More dead.
They're breaking!
Keep up the pressure.
This site is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharge the power relay to draw them in.
Axul's not going to be happy about that.
Promise, here we come.
We're not alone.
is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepare to defend!
Sounds like they're losing their support. Hostiles ahead!
I need help! The last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Pathfinder, Axel's shuttle is leaving orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again. Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jal. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent, and this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed, despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen. She's only got a minute or two, and she's in rare form today. Just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder, pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
What the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into potshots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I have nothing to do with it. It's all him.
I call bullshit on that. It's definitely your influence. Something.
Maybe all these years you thought you knew me, you were sadly mistaken.
You wish. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
Pathfinder? Darket, Trevian. I understand I was pulled from cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Kett on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. And what can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the Three Sabers.
Oh, shit.
You were their leader before they kicked you out.
And gave me a broken leg and a dislocated shoulder as parting gifts. It was a mistake. We trained the attack dogs, and they turned on us.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
It could have worked. Mercenaries and privateers have existed throughout history.
That was the hope. Cochran and I served together. I thought I could trust him and the crew. I became their commander, I armed them, I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
You know I have to report this. You conspired with Nexus enemies.
Who are you gonna report to? Addison? She signed off on it.
What? Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. So report it if you want. Addison knows any investigation's gonna dig up docs covered in her fingerprints. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
Or the vault would have irradiated your face.
Won't be long before we build cities.
You can see all of Prodromos from up here.
Helios News Service now broadcasting live.
Time for a swim.
Wonder what it's like on Eos when it rains. We do our job. Someone will see it.
Ah, the big lake. Bet you can't guess how I thought of that name.
This is resonating now. Probably with the vault. We've got targets! Well, this is the right place. Let's find the tech we're after. Here's the first piece of Remtech, PeeBee.
Awesome. One down, two to go. Syncing with my scanner. The second piece is on Havarl. Uploading coordinates.
We claim this site, Initiative scum!
Outlaws!
Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech. Remnant container.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Jarl, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message.
Jarl Amadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool, helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
I didn't mean to make my enemies yours.
He said similar things before. When we were students, the Moshai paired us together. We've never gotten along.
I thought I could reason with him. But after Prodromos and this...
You did everything you could, Ryder. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.